Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I'm good. This is going to be part two to the last video I did on the digital metrics and metaverse, CERN and Giza. But this is going to be called, and I came up with the name in today while I was out. I'm going to call this one Yesterday and Today. I guess it's kind of has a science fiction theme to it, but it'll make sense. I mean, we are living in the times 2022, because there are actually movies made about this year, science fiction movies. Like I think one of them's Soylent Green. Another one I think is Max something. I was told about it, but I have to say I believe we are living history right now, and biblical oh heck revelation right now as we sit here. But yeah, I'm going to explain more in depth in this video about what I talked about the last one. Um, Thinking here, but yeah, about what I was going to start off with is about digital currency, cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin, and what I understand about it. I mean, it's a fairly new thing to me. I don't know. I don't have that much experience in it, but I believe I know quite a bit what it is and what drives it. But it's all part of the metaverse, the digital metrics, and it's basically, I mean, I guess it's like a Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, like the extension of what the credit system is. Where people borrow money from credit companies to buy stuff. Because in a way, I guess that's what it's like. Because it's like money that's there, but it don't really exist. You think about it. It's just like, that's how, like the Bible says, that we're going to what they call a cashless system, cashless society, which Bill Gates is one of the pioneers for it, for the Antichrist to come. I think a lot of people, and I'm not judging nobody, but I think a lot of people are clueless to just how dangerous this digital currency can become. Even if it seems like good, it seems like it's harmless. I'm not putting it down. I believe all money's evil, really, anyways, from paper to digital. Writing a check. I mean, it's just. I mean, we know the world is evil, and that Satan is the prince of the world. He's like I don't know, Lucifer. Satan is basically. He's not God, but he's like lower G God and his fallen angels, over the world, because Adam and Eve in the garden forfeited their lease on the garden. So that's why we're in this mess now, and have been. But I say this. But yeah, I believe what I know about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, what I thought about it when I first heard about it some years ago, I thought it was something that links mankind to the uh, AI computers, AI, artificial intelligence. That's what I think it is. I need to study on that more, but it's digital money. It's basically being used, I think, to replace cash. They're going to eventually get rid of cash. Well, I think a lot of places come up with excuses saying we don't have no change. That's a bunch of lies there, because there's plenty of change. They just want to get rid of it. But but yeah, I have friends that use cryptocurrency, and I guess they think it's okay. I mean, I'm not going to judge them. I mean, that's up to God. But I'll say this because, like I say, all money is evil, really. But I'm trying to think of how people use it. That's what I'm saying. Greed is evil, but I'm trying to think here. But yeah, I think if I understand what cryptocurrency is and Bitcoin, if because I study movies and stuff and expose them. I think movies like Star Wars. I'm trying to think of ones. Buck Rogers of the 25th Century and other ones. I don't remember the names of them because I grew up being a science fiction nut, so I know a lot. Let me think here. But I think what it is with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, I call them what they call in the space type stuff like Star Wars, that they call it space credits is what they call it. You don't have no cash. You're just basically giving these credits. I'll use Buck Rogers of the 25th century, and they have a digital type currency thing where you get credits or something. They call them space credits. That's all way I understand it from my knowledge. And I have a lot of knowledge on such things like this about the future. A lot of people know me to know a lot about the ancient world. Well, I know quite a bit about what futurism is, in that it's it's basically what the part of the name of this video is today. Today is the future, or tomorrow. And the way I'd put it, I'm Generation X. I'm 50 years old, and many others like me too out there. Uh, Basically, I would say I'm of yesterday, and the way I am anyways. I'm more ancient minded like anyways, so I am not of today. I just live here because God put me here. God has a plan. Uh, but I'm saying is that I would say I'm of yesterday. I'm not of today like my daughters and people I know that are in their 30s and 20s. They're millennial minded people. They seem to have that touch, like my one older daughter. She sure has the touch. She understands cryptocurrency and all that stuff. And anyways, I'm not going to judge her, but I explained to her what it is, Uh, but yeah, how to explain it? Yeah. The 21st century is like the 25th century in Buck Rogers when you think about it. It is. I mean, the world is much more advanced than what they do in the movie. See, the reason why they put all these centuries in the movies, they want to make Darwinism, atheism, or their science, of evolution. They want. That's why they do that stuff. So you know. It's as evolution is false science, is what it is, and it don't take that many centuries to get to somewhere like we're today. We already got space credits, which is cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, to drive into a cashless system and Antichrist. We already have that. We already have spaceships in outer space. You know what I'm saying? What they got Elon Musk and all that stuff. I mean, and a lot of it's from fallen angels and stuff like that, Because the way I understand the Bible and that, there's a fourth kingdom up above, up in space, that is Satan's galactic army is what it is. It's up there to cause this alien agenda and all this stuff, and what they call the new race, which is the next stage beyond this transgender homosexual stuff. It's where people are going to start doing as they did in Genesis 6. That instead of being giants, it's going to be aliens, and people mixing with aliens, but they're not really aliens. They're fallen angels. Is what they are. But we're living in a time where we are living in the time that Star Trek and Star Wars portrays. Of course, Star Wars I don't think really has a time. They just say, "Oh, long ago in a galaxy far away." They don't say 25th century or 24th. Oh, they don't say the damn, the 24th century or 25th century, but we're in the 21st century, and sorry, that was my bird. He's crazy. His name's Kipper. Makes some crazy noises over here. But anyways, uh, yeah, it's just people in the millennial generation, anyways. And I would say probably a lot of people in my generation and my wives probably don't have no idea neither. They think, oh, it's just some kind of new money. Well, But anyways, but yeah, all this stuff that I'm talking about. See, God has a mission for me to help the millennial generation, and I guess whoever. We're all supposed to lead everybody who we can to Christ. But I guess God in the last year has taught me, I guess, to focus more on both of my daughters' ages and that. And I guess I've really I've really impacted my older daughter a lot. She's just, I don't know how to say it, amazed. But anyways, her name is Rebecca. My youngest daughter's Macy. Macy's 22. Rebecca's 31. But anyways, yeah, I think I really impressed on my older daughter's age, on her, I mean, because she was, I don't know, just going in the wrong direction, and one day, it's been since January, I started helping her and stuff, and she's come a lot closer to God. So that's really wonderful. I mean, it's awesome. And I guess it all part of I guess what God has me do for the millennials anyway. So I'm helping her a lot, and I help Macy a lot too. So because the devil's using this 21st century, what's the movie's called, the 25th century or 24th. Satan's using it as a prison. I mean, I grew up fascinated by the future in science fiction and stuff like that. Like I'm about the ancient world, but it's not that wonderful as some think it is. The devil, Satan's behind it. So beware. You know. Yeah, it's just wow. And talk about all this stuff. I did some studies 10 years ago. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of H.G. Wells, and I noticed since the 20th century, when he was alive, he did a lot of writings, and yeah, I think I've looked him up. I think he was somewhat of an atheist. I don't agree with what he believed, but I studied all this stuff because I found it interesting because it's very pretty point on about the future, you know. I've always had an interest in this, anyways, and so I'm just thinking. But yeah, in his movie, one of his main movies, I've watched some of his movies. Uh, it's called something like The Things to Come or something like that. But in there, he warns about how mankind becomes slaved, to where I guess they don't have children anymore. Well, I think a lot of us Christians know this stuff. Uh, I think their children are grown in labs or something, and it's awful how it is. I think it's like supposed to be in the year 2000 and nearly the 22nd century or something like that. You know how these movies are. They come up with some weird century or something, but it's to where that mankind don't even have no more. It's like it's getting that way now, not then. But in the movie of things to come, man don't have that natural affection anymore. It's like they're dead. It's sad. Cause I might as well say I have studied this stuff all my life, really. The ancient stuff I just started studying the last 15 years, but I might as well say since I was 6 years old, I always had a fascination with outer space, with the future, you know. So just okay. Well, it's just this whole study's been so amazing. You know, I can see why God has me doing what I'm doing. So I guess I'm my daughter's under Christ because Jesus is our hero, not me. But I guess I'm my daughter's biggest fan. I guess it was like one sister in Christ told me they're fortunate to have me as their dad. It's and I'm fortunate to have them too. I love them very much. My wife and our daughters. I love them very much. But I think here what else to say. But yeah, that movie Things to Come, it really talks about how things are getting today. And that's what they're trying to do. And Satan, they're trying to take people more like, that's why I'm saying the millennials are being mostly attacked more than my generation, because they know they can zombify them to these smartphones, and they know they can get them easier than someone like me. And I know what they have planned for them. They want to turn them into you know what a Borg is. It's a half cyberkinetic artificial intelligence and a person. That's what they want to try to turn everybody in, and they're focusing on the millennials more than anything. And I guess it's they say by 2030 there's going to be a lot of that, and them taking over our jobs and everything. But I'm not going to let that happen to my daughters. I love them very much. And I know Rebecca is like my biggest fan. She'll tell you about it, how I got her closer to God, and what it's just her testimony and everything. But yeah, this has to do with also that other video I did about that dream I had. It concerns Star Wars and the way things are. I believe my oldest daughter was in that dream with the others saying, "Help me, God! I don't want to be turned into a robot." Because it's basically Star Wars, Star Trek, any of these science fiction things. They have some kind of form of artificial intelligence. That's what Darth Vader is. That's what the Sith is. If you notice the whole scheme of Star Wars, because I've studied the whole thing, you notice how they have a lot of people that are millennial age. Both of my daughters' ages, they use them as what they call Jedis or Sith, But you notice how they use the younger, and it's always been that way. It's like with my daughter Macy, she's 22. I remember I set out exposing stuff about Egypt and stuff because of these books like Harry Potter that are out there to protect my younger daughter. So, I mean, I had to protect my Macy from that stuff, and like I do for Rebecca, I love them very much, and they're both growing, beautiful women. They deserve to live. They deserve to find them a decent man, not be turned into some machine. And I would do everything to fight it. I'd die for them. Those are my babies. Just like I would for my wife. I mean, I'm their dad. I can't allow that. And my wife's husband, I can't allow that. But I know God's with us. We're a good, strong family in Christ. But it's just, wow. So much knowledge. It's just wow. But I hope this tells a good bit. The next video is going to be about the part in that last video where it says Giza. I'm gonna do a whole video concerning Giza, which is like CERN. But I plan to explain about that in the next video. It would be mainly about how the ancient Egyptian pyramids were built and why they were built like they were. So I think you all find that very interesting. But yeah, I'm going to end this video and get it ready for YouTube. So, anyways, all you fellow brothers and sisters in Christ, please keep my family in your prayers. Please, I love them very much. I mean, God's given me an awesome family. Well, y'all take care. God bless you.